introducing Nathanael Barlow, who I had the good fortune of meeting during our youth entrepreneurship program several years ago. 2023 Apollo Theater Child Star of Tomorrow, Nathanael Malik Barlow loves God, his family, his friends, and music. Nathanael is 17 years old and has been singing and composing music since he was 4. To taking private voice lessons, Nathanael studies vocal music at the Philadelphia Club of Jazz, where in May of 2022, he had the privilege of opening for the internationally acclaimed Grammy-nominated Sun Ra, is that orchestra? Okay. He was orchestra, thank you, orchestra. He was invited to sing for renowned jazz bass guitarist Gerald Beasley and had the honor of performing with industry heartbeat Lil Jon Roberts. Nathanael is also a student at the Germantown Settlement School of Music, where he studies opera and piano. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Nathanael Barlow. So first he's going to read his speech, then he will we'll give him feedback, then he'll do a selection, and we're going to pass out some information.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Can we give Ms. Pam another hand, please? Good morning, Rotarians. Today, I want to challenge a widely accepted belief. It's a widely accepted belief in our society that money buys happiness. It's a claim we hear in conversations, that we see in advertisements, and even find in economic studies. But is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Does it build goodwill and better friendships? And most importantly, is it beneficial to all concerned? Happiness, as Dutch sociologist Ruud Veenhoven defines it, is the overall appreciation of one's life as a whole. Simply put, happiness is whether you like your life or not, considering everything about it. With this in mind, I'd say, and I hope you might as well, that money cannot buy happiness. It is not some commodity happiness to be purchased, but a state of being influenced by the deeper aspects of life, such as purpose, such as relationships, such as community and personal fulfillment. Through personal experience, literature, and history, we see time and time again that money alone is not the key to true happiness. Before taking a stance on this issue, I did have to ask myself, can money buy my happiness? And more importantly, has it? In November of 2023, I won $5,000. I also was holding a life-sized check after performing at Amateur Night at the Apollo in Harlem, New York. Thank you. This was a year-long competition, and in each round I won larger cash prizes. But the joy I felt, it had nothing to do with the money. My happiness came from the thrill of performing, from my passion for my craft, and the journey that led me there. I was participating in an experience that in itself made me excited and content with my life as a whole. I was doing what I love, singing. Regardless of the money I received, I'm happy. I can recall the time before competing in the Apollo competition and founding social activism programs at my school, performing across the city, and going to multiple arts institutions. I remember competing in a mock Apollo competition at Berklee College of Music before my second round at the Apollo, and being so rapt and competitive with my peers, and so very humbled when I lost. But still, I was happy. See, some would argue that money does buy happiness. University of Pennsylvania professor Matthew Killingsworth conducted a study suggesting that higher incomes were associated with greater life satisfaction. But there's a flaw. You see, the study relied on questionnaires, which we know don't allow for deeper, more accurate reflections on personal happiness. More importantly, this argument isn't fair to all concerned. It suggests that those with less money are incapable of happiness. It ignores the reality that happiness is shaped by many factors: relationships, purpose, community, breakfast at 7 a.m. at the Rotary Club. But can money reduce stress? Yes. Can it provide comfort? Absolutely. But can it guarantee lasting happiness? I say no. The question has been explored not only in research, but also in literature. Both The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald and Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. They elucidate that wealth does not equate to fulfillment. In The Great Gatsby, we see wealthy characters consumed by discontent, proving that money alone cannot bring meaning to life. Jay Gatsby himself spends his entire existence chasing and chasing and chasing the illusion that wealth can restore his past and bring him happiness. But in the end, his riches cannot fill the void. Similarly, in Their Eyes Were Watching God, Janie Starks is trapped in relationships where financial security and social status take priority over love and genuine connection. But her happiness only comes when she finds a relationship built on goodwill and true friendship, not wealth. These stories remind us that while money can buy luxuries, it cannot replace love. It cannot replace fulfillment or authentic human connection. At the heart of this discussion is a powerful realization. Happiness is not for sale. As psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi said, happiness must be prepared for. Happiness must be cultivated and defended privately by each person. So if we rely solely on money to bring us joy, we will always be chasing. We will always be chasing something just out of reach. So, let's stop. Let's stop promoting the illusion that money is the key to happiness. Instead, let's invest in what truly matters: our passions, our relationships, our Rotary clubs, and our personal growth. Happiness requires effort and striving for happiness in areas other than simply one's finances. Those who claim money alone can buy happiness are ignorant of the other areas of life in which they can be fulfilled. Any one thing that could buy happiness would have to be magic, and as the song says, if it's magic, then why can't it be everlasting? Like the sun that always shines, like the poet's endless rhyme, like the galaxies in time. Money is not those things, my friends. Money cannot buy happiness. No one thing can. Thank you.
smile speaks. So I really appreciated you getting up. You're obviously incredibly comfortable in front of a microphone and podium, and you exude that confidence when you step up there. So that experience just plays in to this world that you're entering in with speaking. So congratulations on that. From what I understand, I believe that as you go through this process, the next variation of this is on a Zoom call, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what I'm thinking about is, I think what you have, your presentation, your vocabulary, the conciseness, clarity, everything else is excellent. But how are you gonna bring this, what you are and what you exude across on a camera? And I would say make sure that you're practicing in front of a Zoom, image, get yourself on screen, make sure your lighting is really good. Those kinds of things are really gonna be important, so that you can continue to bring that to a screen.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations, yeah.
Any other, sir, any? Go ahead.
I just wish I could hear you sing more.
We're gonna bring him back.
Really, it's just lovely.
John?
Really lovely.
Just, if I could ask, there's a few things I really enjoyed about your presentation. I didn't hear any uhs, thems, any pauses, any kind of hesitations that weren't part of the speech, but I really enjoyed the way you would stop to make a point and let that resonate in the room, because it also, this is a pretty challenging space and you're able to really speak there. In fact, there's a point when you were talking that I thought, well, the only obstacle is the podium. I almost wish that thing wasn't in the way. And kind of, I think goes to the other point, and that's just a constraint in the room, but otherwise you did a great job.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, these are terrific critiques. I would say all those things. My one notice to you would be, as a musician, I'm sure you can memorize a lot. So as you practice, the more you can look up from that text, the better, especially when it's on Zoom. I'm guessing if you run it 10 more times, you won't have to look down at the paper at all.
Yeah.
And spend 20 bucks on a ring light from Amazon. You have a ring light at your house? Yes. All right, very good.
Okay, we have a minute left. We have a question,
And a
comment?
little shorter is better too.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
So if you want a place to practice, could you come to my club?
Well said. Yes, Amy.
I would just say quickly for the Zoom component, as someone who talks with their hands a lot, I actually find that even on Zoom, if you can find a place to stand, so you're not sitting, so the sort of
That's great.
the joy and the authenticity of you will come out better if you're not feeling like you're sitting in a chair and having to talk at a camera. And so I find even when I'm doing talks on Zoom for the league, I have a standing desk anyways, but I'll stand. Because then it allows me to be more myself and be more natural in my presentation. And so don't be afraid to try standing even on Zoom.
Thank you.
Maggie.
Notice for the content, so I just wanted to say, I love the way that you weave the theme throughout. Your Rotary references, I think, were spot on, so I just want to say well done on that. Thank you.
Yep, I think there's one more.
I love when you broke into song.
Thank you.
So we have one more piece of thank you for all the feedback, and thank you for coming here today. We really appreciate it and participating. We are rooting for you. We want you to win. So that'll be amazing. So I have one more piece of business here. We're a gambling club too. I was gonna say don't tell your parents, but we're here. So if you could pick 2 tickets and read the last 3 digits.
Okay.
Or sing them. Or sing them, yes. Either way.
Okay.
They don't ask me to sing.
The last 3 digits, correct?
Last 3 digits.
Okay.
Nice and loud.
970. 961.
And we have this parting gift for you that I know you'll put on the Zoom call. Next to the standing desk, the Rotary Club of Chestnut. Thank you so much. We are adjourned.